brush from Sigma, and I'm going to just knock that off. That's the best thing. Knock it off. Don't wipe it or it'll rub it in. So just making sure if I've got any that I've knocked it off. And that's the color. I haven't blended it yet, so nobody freak out. But it's a nice color that has kind of a what is that in the background feeling to it. And it's that iridescent green purple, like a real black pearl would have. I am knocking off a good bit, y'all. I don't know what's up with these colors lately. It's like everybody is putting palettes out with a lot of fallout. Remember, I even took back the Natural Love one from Too Faced. I'm actually not that big of a fan of Too Faced. I like some of their stuff. And Benefit and Too Faced also always have cute packaging. But as far as makeup, I really enjoy Lorac. I feel like see, that looks really good. But I do need to blend it out a good bit. And here's the other thing. I'm actually going to go back with my fluffy brush and put a little bit more of that Bones on there. Because I feel like this kind of overpowered it. Just a little before I start blending. Just going to put it right there, especially. You know, I've got a scar right there, y'all. So it tends to not, for whatever reason, it tends to not hold color as well. Okay, and now I'm going to take a tapered blending brush, and this is an E35 from Sigma, if you can see that. And with, just because there may be something on it, I'm just going to slightly roll that in Bones and then tap it off. Just because I want to make sure I don't, whoops, and I just noticed, I guess y'all see the fallout on my cheek right there, see it? So we're going to use the dual fiber and just brush that off. Tap it off, brush that off, tap it off, brush that off. That just makes sure it don't stay. Yep, so there's a good bit of fallout. Y'all, what's going on with all these manufacturers? They're not doing good. Okay, so now I'm just going to get right here and make sure that we're blending well. Right there, and then this outer area like that. Just, I don't want to blend the colors together. I want to blend the lines off. So right there, see where the line is? You just want to demark that. Just get that off and then blend on this edge right here. And that's all you really want to do. I feel like I didn't do enough of this color over here, y'all. I feel like this eye is not as loaded up with color as the other one was. And this is a very pretty color, this iridescent black. And I want enough of it on there that it's noticeable, you know? There. And now I'm going to blend that back down some, though. Especially the edge. Blend the edge off. There we go. Okay, so it's not overdone. Alright, and again, sometimes I'll use my unspit, like now, on my E20 short shader from Sigma. And that is just, it's really good for lining because it's so tight. And I'm going to use that black pearl under my eye rather than a pencil brush, which would really, I'm going to really tap this off though, so it won't be fallout. But see how that just acts like a liner, but it's, because it's, you know, it's not a liner brush, it's a little thicker. And so, and then I'm just going to just kind of stamp that into the lash line. Right, stay right at the lash line, don't go up. Except out here, I might give it a little more of this color again because I really want that to transfer over. Ah, this has really got bad fallout, y'all. There. And go back to my blender. I'm gonna need some more Bones. Some Bones to get that. There we go. That looks cute. My makeup looks cute. I look cute. When my makeup being cute. So here's the question. What am I going to use for my liner? So here I'm going to go underneath again. Right there. This may be more than one video as usual because I take too long to get ready. Here we go. Underneath. And then just stamp it right at the lash line, just to get rid of any white right at the lashes. And then I may go up through the brow on both sides from the bottom up. Now that's not going to be the color I come back down with though. I actually don't see one that I would use for that. And I do not have, I may have to use another palette to do a brow color. I don't know. We could use No Tails. Tell No Tails, it's kind of got a mauve to it. Let's see what happens. How does that work? I don't know, it fills in pretty good. Because I just want to fill in because my brows are so thin, y'all. I may actually do a line later. Okay. See, that just kind of darkened it up a little bit. Because I do not have any hairs left. So it just kind of fills in the hairs is what it does. Makes it. And then I'll kind of build the front of the brow a little, not too much. Never the front as much as the back. Just adding a little bit of color so it'll look a little bit thicker. Like that. I have no idea how that looks in person. Because I'm not in person. I love that. Sorry that I noticed that I really have gotten bad about slurping. Okay. We'll use this little one. Gonna use my It Cosmetics No Tug waterproof liner, which is my favorite. And if you'll notice, I'm not using two hands. It goes on so smoothly because it is a gel liner that you literally just, you know, if you stay right on the water line, you don't even need to hold it down. Done. I will tell you one thing that I've learned that I like to do before, and that is I really prefer to do my under eye concealer before I do all that, and I just forgot. Oh, there. Alright, and then I also use the outer part of my hands to kind of make sure this area is kind of cleaned up. I know that doesn't look very scientific, does it? Where is my little liner? There it is. This is my DHC Liquid Eyeliner EX. You guys, this is the best of the best. Look at this little tiny brush. It's amazing. I love it very much. Alright, now I'm going to come out here, not too far. Go straight to the top. And line it right on the lash line. Only today I'm going to do it very, very thin. Again, I'm going for a little more conservative look because I am, after all, doing my son's graduation. And I don't want to look a little too loud for that. Again, just a little flick. And because my skin is not taut like it used to be, I always have to fill in a little bit. Because as it moves. Ah! I just did a boo-boo, y'all. Which means now I'm going to have to go all the way in. That's okay. I'll go all the way in over here too. Just still keep it nice and thin. I feel like that did not make a good enough line. We'll do it again. Because one thing, even if you do a thin line, you want it to be, make sure it's not a dotted line. So that's why I'm going back over it. And I'm trying to make sure these are even. Oh well. I hope that's even enough. What do you guys think? Okay, and I'm going to let that dry a minute. Because one of the things that I told you guys is that sometimes I've noticed that if you don't let this dry completely and then you put your eyelash curler on your eye, it takes this right back off. And I don't want to do that. Y'all know the mascara and the eyeliner, the eyelash curler thing that I do. It's the Maybelline Pumped Up Colossal. You can get this at any drugstore or grocery store. I love it. It's my new favorite. Yes, it even beats out my Chanel. Amazing that I would even say that. Here is my thoughts on this palette. There was a lot of fallout, y'all. I hate to admit it, but there was. I think these are great colors, but I really had to work hard to fight the fallout. Yeah. Not crazy about that. For the cheek color, I am going to add a little bit of this Caribbean. And I'm using my Chanel blush brush. Instead of Chanel today, I'm going to bring this down and do a circle. Bring this down, stay on the top side because you got your bronzer on the bottom side. Bring it down and do a circle. And smile so you get those little rosy cheeks, but you don't come into this arena. I am going to dust off my nose. I'm going to do the inner part of my temple, and I'm going to do my chin like where the beard would be, especially on the bowl because I've got a very large chin, and these jowls, and underneath. So I'm going to add some Lost Soul to that, just to make sure. But now, here's one thing. I'm going to go back over with an empty powder blender. And that's because I don't want this to look powdery. Like I just did what I did, you know? Like, oh, she just used way too much bronzer under there. So I'm just, basically I'm taking some of it back off there. And making sure it did not hit the line of my shirt. There. Okay. All that being said and done. What do we think? Oh, hello. Rimmel. You know what, guys? I'm going to go ahead and put that on, and I think we're at 2 videos, and that will be enough for today. Is that 1 or 2? 2. So that'll be it. I'll put my lashes on, and I'll see you guys. Bye!